The Great American Road Trip Expo will be open to the public tomorrow. It will feature a lineup of SUVs, family-friendly minivans, RVs, and more. It's hosted by the Department of Transportation. And this morning, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy joins us now to talk about that and much more. Secretary, I appreciate you joining us this morning.
It's good to be with you. It's going to be not sunny, but not rainy tomorrow, so it's going to be great weather.
It should be good. This is something that's really interesting when we talk about. We'll get into the Great American Road Trip in a minute, but you need a vehicle to do the road trip, and you guys are showing off a bunch of them. What's the strategy behind this?
So tomorrow from 10 o'clock until 2, come on down to DOT and Navy Yard. So we basically have every manufacturer who makes cars in America. They're going to be down from Ford, GM, Stellantis, Rivian, Tesla, VW, Toyota. Like they're all coming down, as well as Winnebago. And listen, if you're thinking about buying a car, you're thinking about going on a road trip this summer, we're going to have great exhibitions down here at DOT. And again, a lot of food vendors from Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, 7-Eleven, a whole bunch. So it's going to be a great time. And again, I think America loves cars. We love road trips. And so we thought at DOT we should celebrate what we make in America, which are these vehicles. And so if you're in D.C. and you have some time and you want to stop being cooped up and get out, come on down and see us tomorrow. And we're going to have leaders from all these companies there. Their new additions will be displayed here at DOT. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a beautiful day.
Great opportunity to check out a number of vehicles as well. I mean this with the greatest respect, Secretary, but NASCAR drivers would be envious of how quickly you named all those sponsors. You nailed that.
I appreciate that.
This is just one part of what you have planned for tomorrow, though, because we're talking about the Great American Road Trip as well. You're going to make some announcements as well. Get more people out there on the roads and some great places they can visit across the country.
Yeah, so America's 250th birthday is coming up. It's right around the corner, and all the departments are focused on how can we actually celebrate this great country. And at DOT, we're going to push the Great American Road Trip. So I don't know if you, Steve, went on a road trip with your family. I did when I was younger, and sometimes it's painful when you're in the moment, but you think back on those memories that are created in the car, traveling across the country, stopping at random sites with your family. And so we're going to encourage Americans to get back in the car, to travel around the country and see its beauty. And again, it's not just about the country. So many great memories are created with families as they get in the car and travel. By the way, you got to put away your phone and your videos and stop watching TV, but actually engage in those conversations that wouldn't happen but for being in a car together. And so, again, this is about family. This is about the country and great American cars. Let's get out and see the country over the next year to celebrate our 250th birthday.
Listen, with respect to this generation, my generation, we had the family truckster. I mean, loaded up the station wagon, took it halfway across the country. I know your family is large. Are you still able to do that? Any memorable road trips that you've had?
So when I was young, I would travel down to Florida from Wisconsin. We would do that every year. We would pack up the car. We would have coolers like most families, and we would make the trip. It would take us 2, sometimes 3 days. And listen, some of the best times I had with my siblings were in those cars. Myself with my family, as it's grown, I used to have a minivan. Now I have a Suburban. But we pack it up often. And again, I've driven down from Wisconsin to Arizona. I've driven to Florida. I've driven from D.C. back to Wisconsin. And again, I think they're really wonderful times that we spend with our families. I hear more about my kids and what they're doing in those moments than I do throughout any point in the year, because again, there's a lot of dead time, and all of a sudden it's filled with these great stories. So again, the bond that happens, but also the beauty of the country, I think those come together. And for me, it's been great. And I think, again, if you have those memories when you were little, or when you were young, wouldn't it be great to have those memories with your own children? Get back in the car like your parents did and celebrate your family and the country together.
Yeah, it's great. You're in the close confines, but you get a bird's eye view of everything that's out there at a slower pace than in the airplane. Secretary, before we let you go, I do have one serious question. I wanted to just get an update, and I know, obviously, right after you were sworn in, we had the terrible crash at DCA, and I know you said you'd stay on top of this and work with FAA to see if there's any changes to flight operations. We're only a little way into the investigation, but is there anything that you've seen at this point that could lead to more changes at DCA in the near future?
Well, so you already know we've boxed off the area off runway 33 where we had cross traffic between helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft. On Route 4, that doesn't happen anymore. We don't have that cross traffic. Basically, the president, vice president, and if there's an emergency in D.C., you can fly through that Route 4. But if that happens, we shut down airplanes coming into DCA. We also had an incident a few weeks ago with the military. That is under review. You don't have military aircraft flying out of the Pentagon right now as we do a review to make sure people are safe. And again, I understand the traffic that has to happen with helicopters. But again, the primary focus is the safety of the traveling public. And again, I think there were mistakes that were made. We should have seen this, in the years before. There were way too many close calls. And so what we've learned at DCA, we said, hey, we should look around the country. Are there any other DCAs out there where you have this cross traffic with helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft? And so we're using AI to help us analyze different hot spots in the country and taking action before you have the tragedy of what we saw on the 29th of January.
And a super quick follow-up to that, we have the big military parade coming up in a couple of weeks. Will that be a ground stop at DCA for those flyovers?
You know what, I don't know about, listen, I don't know from the FAA where we're at with the parade, but again, we don't allow that cross traffic. And so if that's going to happen, we shut down DCA. And by the way, just, sometimes people get frustrated with the delays that happen. And by the way, we had a great Memorial Day weekend, limited delays, limited cancellations. Most of them were from weather. But if it's not safe, we slow things down or we shut things down. So when you fly, you're going to be safe because that is the priority. And again, if it's not, or there's some issue in the airspace or with air traffic controllers, we slow it down or we shut it down. And that's why you can feel comfortable when you get on an airplane. And sometimes in this environment that we're in, you just gotta roll with it, right? Have some patience. If your flight's delayed, don't get angry, don't get in a fight, don't start to argue. Tap into that human good spirit that you have and roll with the punches.
Secretary, I really appreciate your time this morning. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. Good look at the event tomorrow. It should be great at Navy Yard. It starts at 10 a.m. I encourage people to go online and come on down. Check it out.
It's going to be great.
Thanks, Secretary. Good to talk to you this morning.